So it's about connecting on a deeper emotional level, and I want you to know what to look for. So let's get to it. Sign number one, that he's emotionally attracted to you. You guys are able to talk for hours. So here's the thing that I've noticed, or the difference I've noticed between the emotionally invested couples and the non-emotionally invested. The emotionally invested can talk to each other, can hang around each other, even when it's not about sex and other things. You know, they're able to enjoy each other's company. However, the non-emotionally invested, they always have ways to kind of limit that or limit the exposure of that issue. So those two individuals may be busy couples who the only time they get to see each other, there's not as much time to talk, or they don't take as much time to talk because they're jumping right into just, whether it be having sex, whether it be just having some different types of fun, going out, but they're not actually interacting with each other, at least not verbally, all right? And so your ability or his willingness to talk to you for hours, especially when it flows so seamlessly, this is a great sign that yes, he's emotionally attracted, because the reality is most men don't like to talk like that. You know what? Let me take that back. I don't want to say most men, even though I feel kind of confident saying most men. We're just going to say a lot of men. A lot of men aren't trying to spend a whole lot of time talking, all right? And so when he can do that with you, when he embraces that with you, that shows, again, emotional investment. That shows that he's drawn to you in that way, as well as some other great signs that I'm going to mention later on this list. But it's important to recognize that now, if you are trying to see if this dynamic exists between you and this man, you've got to create opportunities to have these long discussions. Because unfortunately, the mistake so many are making is relying heavily on text messaging, relying heavily on communicating through DMs. I've seen people where they've talked more through their DM, all right, direct messaging, for those of you who may not know what that is, all right, but have spoken less on the phone. That's a problem. Now, I'm not saying you cannot text at all. I'm not saying you can't use your messengers at all. I'm saying you need to make sure that it's time for verbal communication, all right? And I would argue you want to do that by phone, simply because I'm not saying you shouldn't be trying to talk in person, but it's very easy that if there's a high level of attraction, that once we get together, the conversations may not go as in depth, because again, we may be quick to get intimate. We may want to watch a show together. There are other distractions that can come about, at least early on. So it's good that you establish making time to talk on the phone. Now, if you have a busy schedule, or maybe he does, let's carve out some time. Let's pick a day and say, hey, let's talk. I'm just thinking on top of my head, Sunday night, you're free, let's talk. It doesn't mean we have to plan to talk for 2 hours, but let's plan to talk by phone and see how it goes. And see if we even enjoy each other like that, and if we're able to dive into each other. But again, so many individuals are letting the distractions of life get in the way of them seeing if they can have true communication, in-depth communication with this individual, and more importantly, extended communication. Because hell, if you can't talk to this person for hours, what are you going to do if you marry this person? What are you going to do if you get into a long-term relationship with this person? That's a clear sign of two people who can at least coexist in the long term when they're able to talk for an extended period of time. It doesn't mean, yes, we don't talk for hours forever, right? It's not going to be an everyday thing. It won't be an every week thing. But if we can't even do it at all, that's a problem. So create that opportunity to see that. But yes, your ability to talk for hours is a very good sign he's emotionally attracted to you. Hey, thank you for watching this video. Be sure to check this one out right here, and I'll see you there. Some men will be lessons, and some men will just be a waste of your time. And one man will be the man that God has for you. And I want you to know that this man does exist, but you need to learn how to recognize him